making the Blue Box in September 1971. Wozniak read a story about people called phone flakers in a magazine. Phone flakers were like hackers today. The flakers had developed a trick to use sound to control telephones and make long distance phone calls without paying. To do this, they used a machine called a Blue Box. Jobs and Wozniak were very interested. They built their own Blue Box and started making free calls with it. They even called the Vatican in Rome. Wozniak put on a German accent and pretended to be Henry Kissinger, U.S. Secretary of State. We are at the summit meeting in Moscow and we need to talk to the Pope, he said. Then Jobs had an idea. Why didn't they build and sell blue boxes as a business? It only cost $40 to buy the parts and they could sell the machines for 150 each. A nice profit. They built around 100 machines and sold them to college students all over California. This was the first time Jobs and Wozniak had worked together. Wozniak took care of the technical side of things, and Jobs was the ideas man in charge of vision, getting parts, and making sales. The two young men were breaking the law, but the experience gave them confidence in what they could do together. Going to college. Steve Jobs never believed in doing the easy thing. He lived close to two top universities, Berkeley and Stanford, but told his parents he wanted to go to Reed College in Oregon. Reed was a small liberal arts school. It had high academic standards but was very expensive. In the early 1970s, the hippie culture was very strong. Job and his friends at Reed were typical hippies, interested in Zen Buddhism, meditation, vegetarianism, and drugs. One person who influenced Jobs at Reed was Robert Rediner. Rediner Ferdinand had set up a commune in a nearby apple orchard. Ferdinand had extraordinary charisma. He was able to control people by the force of his personality. This was a technique Jobs copied and used later at Apple. Jobs quietly got bored at Reed and dropped out of regular courses. He started attending courses that interested him, even though he wasn't paying fees anymore. One of the classes he attended was about calligraphy. Their Jobs learned all about different fonts. This knowledge was very important later when Jobs created personal computers. Apple computers were the first in the world to offer users a variety of fonts, and Apple is still the favorite computer of designers today. Jobs enjoyed this life, but it wasn't easy. He lived in a garage for $2 a month. Every Sunday he walked to the nearby Hare Krishna temple for a free vegetarian meal. He also earned a little money by returning bottles to stores to get the deposit.